Kia ora, hello, good evening. Welcome everyone to the stream. Thank you to everyone that's joined in. Big hello to FS Farmer, Pro Gamer 12465, Jane and Joel. Thank you everyone for being here and in the chat. Great to have you here. So we're in our last day of May. Got a bit to do, so I've done an early start. And we will be getting our workers started on mowing and doing a bit of weeding, I think. And then I am going to clear the manure from the sheep pen. And Eric the Crazy Viking, hello, welcome in. Thank you for joining. And Wasdale Time Lapse, thank you for being here, appreciate it. Still enjoying your time-lapse videos that you put up. So yeah, hope you're having a great, what is it? Wednesday, isn't it? I'll be honest, I had the day off work today. I wasn't feeling 100%, so called in sick. But I'm enjoying this map so much that I just had to stream it. So we'll set one of the workers up on this one. And of course this is the one that does the reverse driving. I'll unfold that. Farm sim all day long then. It was a little bit. I was doing a little bit of testing, so yeah, just making sure that things ran smoothly. Yeah, feeling a bit better, thanks, Wasdale. Sorry, Shane. Yep, feeling better. Thank you. Now. He'll make a start on that one. And we'll make a start on weeding as well. Then I'm going to go and grab a bucket so that we can start doing the manure. Now we're not allowed to drive across the causeway with the manure. For some reason people don't like the idea of having sheep poo in their drinking water. I don't know. Bit of organic sheep poo is good for the garden. You'd think it'd be good for the drinking water, wouldn't you? Only joking. You know about PlayStation getting rid of physical media? Well, there are a lot of people suing them because it's breaking laws in European countries. If people keep suing them, they might stop. Yeah, it's the only way. That's the only thing those companies listen to is being sued. Yeah, Eric, thanks, I will. Yeah, I'll be going back to work tomorrow. And FS Farmer, good morning. Yeah, so I hope everyone's Wednesday is going well. We'll take this down to the shop and we will get a bucket for it. I suppose I could always get manure forks, but I figure a bucket's probably a bit more versatile. Yeah, FS Farmer, I'm pretty sure the wheel slip mod is get into the right screen. I think it's Farm Kit. It's it does a bit of so it's available on GitHub. Let's see if I can find it. There you go. I've just put the link to the GitHub page that has FarmKit. It does a little bit of wheel slip when it's wet and damage to grassland as well when you drive over it. So yeah, I'm trying it out. It's still in beta, but yeah, we're giving it a shot. Yeah, Farmhand Andy, hey, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Yeah, NX Modding GitHub. That's the one. And you can physically get your tractors stuck in the ground and have to pull them out with a chain. Although I'm intending not to get that far. And yeah, Shane, Wednesday's been pretty good. Cleaned your house and did some work and played Farming Simulator. It's always a good day when you can play Farming Simulator, that's for sure. Yeah, I haven't been game to try Moisture. I tried it out when it first came out and it sort of broke my map, so I wasn't too keen to keep it going, so I've never gone back to it. But yeah, the moisture side of things would definitely add a lot more realism to it. Oh, the used equipment yard has updated. I'll have to get that. I haven't checked on that recently. Been keeping an eye on the advanced vehicle damage, but or advanced damage system, but yeah, not the used dealer yard. I'll definitely have to do that. All right, so we want to go into telehandler tools. I think we'll go for the 4,000 litre bucket. Let's change that to, yep, that's probably a good one. That looks pretty smart. And FS Farmer, the real seasons in FS19 was awesome with the moisture and the geos, etc. Yeah, it was good. It was good. And Perry Gooey, Ginger, Baba, welcome in. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Thank you for joining. Okay, and I think we probably need a rear weight for our telehandler. So go down and grab that. 4,000 litres is a bit of weight in manure. So there's the new Merlot pack. Although I think I'm going to go for a bit more than that. I want to go for about 18, I think. Change that to just white Merlot. Warning signs, yep. And trailer hitch. No, we don't need the trailer hitch. Somehow I have the feeling that the cost of the equipment is more than the actual getting rid of the manure, but hey, once we've got it, we've got it. We can use it for other things. Right, let's get this back. And looks like the field mowing. By the time we get back, the field will have been mown, and we'll have a mower to move. It looks like there's a traffic jam ahead. I'll have to go this way. Yeah, Farmhand Andy, got an edited version of the Merlot weights if you want it. It connects to all the trailers, and Pro can be used with it. Awesome. Yeah, I actually got the Merlot more just to do a bit of field work on it. So, but because I've got to use it for the manure, I won't be able to use it for the field work. Low bridge. Yeah, because there's a pro version of the Merlot, isn't there? That's a bit more realistic still. You've got to drive it with great care. Phone keeps changing words. Yeah, gotta love autocorrect. Gotta love the atmosphere on this map. It is brilliant. All right, let's move the mower. Where is our next contract for mowing? Field 7. Right, so that's up where we first started living. Our first house that we rented. Here we go, red phone box. Got to look out for the red phone box. So I don't actually think we've got many public phones left in New Zealand. I remember using them all the time when I was younger, but everyone's got a cell phone now. Public phones have sort of become redundant. I even had a little dialer diary, so I could put numbers in and I could hold it up to the mouthpiece and it would automatically dial the number through the mouthpiece with the tones. That was a neat little tool. Now everything's on the phone. You got the contact list in the phone. Was the hell? Just had Shane just had dinner. Had some pork and potatoes with cheese and peas. Satellite, nice. In Wasdale in the UK, they've all been repurposed as toilets. Yeah, I get the feeling they're not officially repurposed. I meant peas and salad. No worries, mate. Yeah, I had fish and chips. All right, so we'll get this one set off. I think we've got a couple of tedding jobs to do. So we'll get that one started. I'm going to hook the tedder up to this tractor because it's a bit faster. Because we actually have to go right up into the back roads to get to one of the fields that we've got to ted. The only public phone I know of is at the Tiawa Mall. Yes. Yeah, out at the base there. Did think about getting another smaller tractor, but I don't know. Another smaller tractor could be good, but not sure. The old causeway, yeah. Yeah, you got to be very careful over it. If you fall off, you're in the drink. So for those of you that might be interested, I've set up a couple of public playlists based on some CDs that I'd purchased years ago. One is the 80s Collection Volume 1 and the 80s Collection Volume 2. Because I think the 80s was a pretty good decade for music. So was the 70s. 90s was pretty good. I think it all went downhill from there. But, you know, that's my opinion anyway. My opinion is probably a grouchy old man. But yeah, put that one up too. And if you're interested in listening to some New Zealand music, I've also got a playlist called Nature's Best. It's based on the best songs from sales and that sort of thing. And yeah, good split of music. Crowded House, Split Ends, Hello Sailor. So yeah, if you're interested in listening to some New Zealand grown music, look up that playlist. I need a little sassy messy. Yeah, I've got a little sassy messy, but it's a bit slow for going around here, I'm afraid. Especially going up into the back roads. So I wanted something that was a bit faster. I think there's something a bit different. Watching Clutch in a video, and I had the same thing happen to me where you sort of fall through the road and it starts becoming very, very difficult to move. But I think that one might have been just different. Might have been just climbing a hill. But I have had it happen to me, so... And Clutch is thinking it's since the last update, which I think it would be too, because it sort of only started after the last update. Like the way OxygenDavid's got the woods, you know, very hilly and bumpy and rocky. You know, there's a reason why there's trees left there. Because, yeah, it wasn't a good place to set up a field. Yeah, and Shane, I have to sort of agree with you. Music from my generation sounds better for me than the new generation of music. Yeah, yeah, I think you just get older, and yeah, yes. I find a lot of music nowadays is sort of, I don't know, not as good as I. I I honestly think that a lot of people aren't as talented as they used to be. Um, with auto tuning and electronic music manipulation, they don't have to be as talented as original singers that actually had to get in front of 10,000 people and sing for real. Unless you're Milli Vanilli. And then you're syncing off of a CD that skips. So I'm going to customize this. I'm going to just increase the capacity a little bit. Basically, I take the boards off when I'm doing stones, but I'm figuring that manure's probably not as dense. Yeah, Shane, born in 2007 and 19 now. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little bit older than that. Yeah, Wasdale. Yeah, they're not all great. No, they're not. I think the idea of the CD series, I think it was a compilation made in New Zealand. And I think the idea was to just give people in the 90s that wanted to reminisce about the 80s a chance to do that and get a feel for what the 80s was like through the early parts and that sort of thing. Because you don't automatically think of ABBA and Cliff Richard as being part of the 80s, or the Bee Gees for that matter. But they did. They hung around into the 80s. So it was good from that point of view. Okay, so because this is a factory, we can't actually scoop the manure up. It's visuals only. So I've just got to sort of load it up automatically like this. Hey, hello, Cher. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. Actually, Cher, no, I haven't. I haven't actually opened Discord. I really should open it more often. Hey, Shane, you think I'm 45 years old? Well, thank you for that, Shane. I'm actually a bit older than that. But I'm taking that as a compliment. Thank you. Hey, Cher, no, you didn't. It was good. It was yeah, bit of fun. Uh, having the emergency pack. Good one, Joel. I think I'm a little bit older than 21 now. But hey, to quote Brian Adams, I'm 18 till I die. Well, that's what my brain keeps telling me. Body tells me otherwise. All right, so we won't fill this right up. The old truck's a little bit underpowered, so 22. Yeah, it has been a little while since I was 22. So I think biogas is the best place for manure. Have a look. Manure. Yep, biogas plant. Well, it looks like we've finished the mowing, but it doesn't look like the grass is doing anything at the moment. Might have to check on that. Yeah, Wasdale. Yeah, that's about it, eh? Yep, I'll just go and have a game of soccer or rugby with the boys. She'll be right, and it ain't right. You end up discovering aches and pains and parts of your body that you didn't know existed. Yeah, Joel, a little bit underpowered. All old trucks were. Gives them a bit of character. So they won't let me drive over the causeway with the manure, but they're happy to have the manure fermenting in tanks right next to the drinking water. Go figure. Oh, I should go and get this weighed so I can get paid for it. Fortunately, this works a bit better than the rock crusher does. All right, let's go see what's happening with that header. Yeah, they haven't done a thing. They just did that little bit, then they stopped. Something up there. Yeah, Shane, I was just reading that. You made a grain elevator or something? All right, hopefully you'll do a bit more than what you did before. All right, we'll go and weigh ourselves as we go out, and then they'll know how much we've dropped off. Hey, Farm Roland, hello, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Great to have you here. Hope your Wednesday's going well. Hey, and welcome to our newest subscriber. Welcome to the Kiwi clan. Thank you for joining. Getting a little bit of stutter in the game at the moment. Copycat, thank you for all the well wishes. No problem, Cher. I'm glad Poppy Cat's feeling better. So I would trade the class in, but not worth anything. It's probably worth more to me as a spare tractor than it is as a trade. Yeah, Shane, I see it there. Yep, today when I played FS25, I went on a save game where I had too much money and I built a grain elevator and placed buildings there. I can buy fertilizer, lime seeds, and herbicides. Nice one. Makes farming a bit easier when you've got stuff on hand like that. Definitely. Yeah, sorry if I miss comments. Don't mean to. George Givros, hello, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Great to have you here. So I'm just clearing up the manure from the sheep barns. So we had the sheep housed in over winter time, and just selling it off at the biogas plant. So 3 scoops at 4,000 each means we've got about 12,000 litres in the truck. So that's probably sufficient. Yeah, George, New Zealand, Central North Island. No, I don't think I will. But the way I look at it, it's the long-term thing. We'll eventually recoup it, but not with the proceeds we're going to get from the manure. But hey, everything that we get from the manure is going to be worth it, because yeah, it's a byproduct. So Yeah, I like this old Fiat truck. I pretend it's an old Bedford or a old D series Ford. Reminds me a lot of those. Probably about the same vintage as a Bedford. So yeah, can't believe it's been a year since Aussie passed. Yeah. I'm from Greece and we have very good relationships with Australia. Yes, yes. There are a lot of Greeks in Australia. I think there's some in New Zealand as well. Well, no doubt there would be, but I know that there are a lot of Greeks in Australia. Looks like he's behaving himself up there. Yep, still going. Yeah, have a good one there, George. Thanks for jumping in. Appreciate it. You could hit the like button. That would be greatly appreciated as well. And if you haven't subscribed, feel free to do that as well. Oh, better weigh myself. Although I'm sure they could work it out. Although they probably just want to make sure I haven't put a couple of 100 litres of water into the cab. Make it seem it weighs a bit more than what it really does. Yeah, time flies. I think I saw Dennis Waterman has died also. Um, you might know him from the Minder show. Um, he was also in a police drama called New Tricks. I think he's also in the Sweeney. Dennis died in 22, or was it Arthur Daly that died? The person that played Arthur Daly. Hey, Bearded Dude. Yeah, it should be in my playlist in my channel. So it should be about 3 public music playlists in there. So yeah, a couple of 80s CD compilations, which I've made into a playlist, and a New Zealand music compilation, which I have made into a playlist as well from a CD. George Cole. George died in 2015. Okay. Could have sworn I saw a maybe it was an old feed. It was from Channel 9 News. So maybe they're so far behind the times they think it's new news. I don't know. Yeah, I used to enjoy Minder when I was a kid. Always wanted that Ford Capri. Now, I can't remember if I've done 3 or 2. Check. Yeah, only done 2. I know that you're 6 months behind us with Coronation Street. Yeah, I think we probably were originally a lot further behind in Coro Street. And I remember watching an Australian show called Home and Away, and we were about 6 months behind in that too. Yeah, share, you love Home and Away? Yeah, it's been a long time since I watched it. I was watching it in the 90s. Yeah, share, you're 6 weeks behind on Home and Away. When we came to New Zealand to visit family in 2005, we spoilt Corrie for them as we blurted out, "He's dead!" You would have been popular. These tedding jobs actually take a while, don't they? Yeah, I host the server. It's actually on my PC, so not too sure. Maybe I had it running a bit too long all day, and I should have actually restarted it. But yeah, I'm wondering if I've got a bit of RAM creep happening. Because yeah, definitely a bit of stutter today. Yeah, share can't watch Corrie at the moment. They have a stroke storyline. Yes, that would be a bit too close to home for you, wouldn't it, Share? It'd be a bit difficult. Understand completely. Ah, we haven't emptied out completely yet. Gordon Bennett. Yeah, you can tell I watch too much English shows if you hear me say that. Only the English know what that means. For those of you that don't know, Gordon Bennett is a BBC swear word when you can't swear. Because it's the BBC and you don't swear on the BBC. And one time we went to one Indian restaurant, me and my dad had chicken curry, burnt our mouth so bad, like we had Botox on our lips and faces, even got red. Oh, yes. Yeah, you got to be careful with some of those places. Yeah, I'm afraid I have a very boring English palate. Roast potatoes, roast beef or lamb. Yeah, it's not too bad, but I've never noticed it before. Yeah, no, I've definitely noticed it a bit tonight as well. Just a slight little micro stutter. Yeah, I'm just wondering, I probably should have restarted before I started the stream. Stream's behaving itself. It's not taking up too much CPU time or anything like that. So yeah, nothing wrong with that share. Yeah, share roast dinner, yum, definitely. Hey, Chatsubo, hello, welcome in. Still chili chowing monster. I've grown super hots and made my own sauces. Indian waiters in Indian restaurants have looked at me and said they don't understand. Yes, you see, my palate was a little bit different. We didn't have hot things in New Zealand for a long, long time. And it just started to become a thing. So, yeah, even like Southern American hot was never had foods like that, Cajun foods or anything like that. Um, and then my first experience with curry was actually we had some migrant workers come in from India to work on the kiwi fruit orchard, and they literally sweated curry. Apparently, we sweat lamb. We eat so much lamb here that we sweated it, apparently. But yeah, they literally sweated curry and just put me off curry. The smell of it was just too much. I actually visited the place that they were staying in, and yeah, a whole bunch of guys, not much housework being done. There was just curry all over the walls, and it was just, yeah. Yeah, Shane, no worries. Thanks for joining. You have a good night's sleep, and I hope you have a good day tomorrow. In Chatsubo, in my culture, it's also not really a thing. I'm a big exception. Really hot Thai curry. Nice one. Yeah, I do figure I'm probably missing out on something, but yeah. Um, the hottest I get to is hot and spicy chicken from KFC, or we've actually just had Texas chicken come in, which is a renamed version of church chicken, and they have quite a hot and spicy chicken range. Um, well, I think it's hot and spicy. A lot of people probably think it's quite mild. Yes, yeah, it was curry. I think we've got one more part truckload, and that's us. And then we can look at, looks like we have to move our Tedder. He's finished. Yeah, we have to go right up into the hills for the next field. Life's getting in the way, Chatsubo. Yeah, know that feeling. I've now got about 3 Lego sets I have to build. Life's getting in the way. Yeah, life is what happens while we'll make other plans. Very true. I didn't hear a bang, so the deer must have jumped out of the way. Roadkill. No, I didn't hear a bang. No roadkill. Yeah, Chatsubo dinner. Yeah, nice bit of venison would be nice, actually. Don't get it very often. Yeah, share. It's too warm to knit at the moment. Understand completely. I'll get the worker on this other field to Ted. They're worth about 8 grand a field, so it's worth doing. No shortage of venison in South Africa. Chat is making me hungry today. Yeah, having a good chat about food. We've got a check engine light on this. That's the trouble with the older equipment. They are prone to more breakdowns. I was going to go to the field, but I think I'm just going to go back to the yard and we'll get it inspected. I was going to go back up round behind the hills, but we can always go around the other way once we've got this fixed. Let's find out what's wrong with it. Oil pump malfunction. Yeah, definitely want to get that fixed. Ooh, £2,200 repair. Ouch. Hey, Pickle Man, hello, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Hope you're having a great Wednesday. Hey, Cher started recycling the bathwater for the garden. That's a good idea. Yeah, that annoys me about the hose pipe ban. They tell us that we can't use our hose pipes, and yet a local hockey club can water their artificial turf on a daily basis. Now, why on earth does artificial turf need watering? And even if it does need watering, shouldn't they be subject to the same hose ban? Yeah, Wasdale, we're expecting heavy rain in the UK on Saturday. It's the first time rain in a long time. The garden really needs it. I can imagine. Yeah, it's actually got quite cold for us here. But we are in winter time, so that is to be expected. And of course, when I say cold, it's not that cold. It's currently sitting at about 9 degrees according to my computer, which is cold. But, you know, compared to other places, it's not that cold. I know. It's all relative. Chatsubo, you'd be wrong there. We quite often have hose bands and all that during summer. Probably more down to mismanagement than actual urgency, but yeah. And Wasdale, you were chatting to a Kiwi at the opticians on Monday and telling her how you are complaining about the cold. There's a balmy 17 over here. All right. Yeah. Yeah, mismanagement. Hope you're laying down some fiberglass while watching the stream. I think that project's on hold at the moment. Whoop. Cut the corner a bit tight on that one. Oh, what little bit of money we made out of the manure, probably just about all gone on the repair to the tractor. Oh, that's farming. That mod definitely adds a whole new dimension to Farm Sim. Whole new randomness. I like it. I think it's a more entertaining randomness than, hail and crop destruction. That's just annoying. Yeah, Wasdale, definitely. Listening to the radio yesterday, we were talking about accidental deaths in the farming communities. Last year there were 22 in the UK. Take care out there, you guys. Yeah, very true. Very true. I actually had 2 friends die in separate farming incidents. So, yep, it's definitely something that farmers need to be careful of, for sure. Yeah, Chatsubo, you had a twister absolutely annihilate a cotton field in FS25 the other day. Oh, no. Yeah, I actually turn the damage off. I just don't like it. I had it turned on for a little while, but it was all botched up, and the field didn't matter if you cultivated it. You actually had to plow the field to repair hail damage, and it's sort of like, what the heck? That must be some pretty powerful hail if you need to plow the field to fix it. So after that, I just couldn't be bothered with it. It's sort of like, I know they fixed it, but I just can't be bothered with it now. Sort of like ruined my fun, and then you expect me to be happy with it again? Get it right. Yeah, welcome realism. Yeah, like I didn't mind the hail damage, except when they had it that you had to plough the field to repair the hail damage. Sort of like nothing would grow there ever again until you ploughed it. This didn't make any sense. I know they fixed it, but it's sort of like, yeah, it just got ruined, and I just don't feel like going back there again. So I really do need to repair this field sometime. Now this field has come up for lease. It's got some barley growing in it. So you guys mainly agree that we should lease it. So we are going to lease it. Farmer that's planted it just, yeah, having a bit of a cash flow problem at the moment. So he's decided to lease the field before it gets harvested. So let's do some soil testing on it. Right. Okay, so we definitely need to put some nitrogen on it. So I'm thinking what we might do is we might trial another sprayer. Massey Ferguson, of course. Yep. But you guys already knew that. I do have the tyre sound mod installed now too. I think I'll go with the Massey because pulse width modulation. And let's release it. Right, and go and pick it up. I am thinking of maybe purchasing one of these rather than getting another tractor. Yeah, one of these could be good for our fertilizing contract. Ah, nearly missed my turn. Focused on something else. I struggled to knock down a deer with this one. Yeah, definitely. Hey Joel, yeah, thanks for the reminder there everyone. If you could hit the like, and if you haven't subbed yet, please do. That would be great. 3,000 litres. Yes, not a huge amount, but it's still quite good. I'll put in a few links while I remember. FS Farmer, Eric the Crazy Viking, great YouTubers, check out their channels. Eric's great with wood harvesting machinery and excavators. It is Poetry in Motion. And Pro Gamer has a channel as well. And Wasdale Timelapse does some amazing night sky videos. Definitely check out his channel. And check out Chatsubo as well. We're all trying to encourage him to start building his plane again. But yeah, I understand life gets in the way. And Share. We're all trying to encourage Share to start doing some streaming. So if I have forgotten anyone, let me know. Give me a reminder. Happy to put your link in the chat, especially if you're doing some sort of simulation, farming, that sort of thing. So yeah, definitely. All right, let's play Alt B. Yep, prop sensors on. And automatic spray rate. Right. This is actually probably going to use the spray quite quickly. Yeah, Wasdale, the tractor broke down before we could make a start on the Tedder contract, so yeah, we're not currently doing that at the moment. For some reason, they always start at about 42%. So not too sure why, but yeah, so we can't do anything until the tractor gets repaired. had an oil pump malfunction. So I'm glad we went and checked it out. Would have done some major damage to the engine if we'd just left it and carried on with the contract. It gets along quite well at 25 kilometers per hour. Would be a good machine to have for a contracting business because, you know, time is money. And that just made short work of this field. Right, so that's that field taken care of. Easy. Let's collect our contracts. I'm sure we've got a good fertilizing one. Yep, field 6. Oh, I know that one. Yeah, only 500 litres was used. Yeah, that's not too bad, I suppose. I think our grass field has already got maximum fertilisation, so I might just give it a quick check before I drive off. Yep, nitrogen's perfect, so yeah, should be a good crop. Probably make silage out of it for the next one. And we'll sell it, seeing we've got enough hay bales to last us through the winter. Now, how's our repair going? Okay, looks like we can drive it again. Let's drive across the causeway and get up and into the hills. So with having that crop of barley, be a nice little bit of cash, and we'll get some straw off of it as well. Yeah, Pickle Man, off to bed. No worries, mate. Thanks for jumping in. Appreciate it. I know you've done so already, but if you could hit that like button, that'd be fantastic. Yeah, hills definitely slow them down, doesn't it? Interesting having some farms off of this forestry track. Hey, Chatsubo, definitely. It does need a good VR solution. Not a standalone type game like they tried. That was just, yep, that didn't work. Not what people wanted. Well, I'll be honest, I probably wouldn't be a huge adopter of VR. Because I do, use a physical wheel and that sort of thing. I think having VR would be a bit disconcerting. You'd lose your, with VR on, you don't see what's happening outside of you, and yeah, using the joystick and the farm stick and the wheel, VR could be a bit difficult to use with. But I know a lot of people would be happy with VR, and I think it would be great for the game as well. Yeah, clouds are moving quite quickly. I was double checking that I hadn't sped the time up to 360. I adjust to it pretty easily, done a whole season of VR racing with a wheel set up, not above grabbing a nearby game controller to help either. Yeah, fair enough. It's what you get used to, isn't it? For me, I've got an extremely large television in front of me and it basically fills my view. So that is kind of like VR for me. Yeah, I'm quite impressed with this machine. I think a few more contracts next month and we might be able to afford it. Because remember, I am trying to keep some money aside for the header for the harvester. We'll try and get some harvesting contracts done. Head tracking is the in-between I use too. Yes. Yes, head tracking would be good, although not so good for streaming. When you turn your head to read the chat, it's sort of like suddenly your view in the cab would be jerking all over the place. So yeah, I have considered head tracking, but I've decided it wouldn't be a good idea for streaming. Oh, I must collect our tractor too. Yeah, it gets along quite quick, doesn't it? 25 kilometers per hour. And when time is money, if you could fit another 1 or 2 contracts in a day, that's a lot of money. No, let's finish this field off, seeing it's on the way to the farm, basically. Try and pay for the lease of the tractor or the sprayer. This thing's so tall, I probably could have run over that guy and he wouldn't have even lost his hat. So I see OxygenDavid has released his buildings as a separate pack as well. Apparently he will be a required download for his new map because it's just too big for consoles. But yeah, it means that you can use his buildings on any map. Hey, Cher, you're back, you got your tea. Nice. Hey, no worries, Chasubo. Thanks for jumping in. Appreciate it. No, you've already done it, but hit that like button. And remind everyone else, if you haven't hit that like button yet, do so, please. Helps the channel immensely. Well, that's what YouTube tells me anyway. Yeah, it definitely doesn't take long with this beast. take this back to the farm and then we'll empty the liquid fertilizer out of it, give it a wash, and then return it. MJ Education Canada, hello, welcome in. Thank you for joining, great to have you here. Hope your Wednesday is going well. So I think one of the mods I've got has actually made returning leased equipment dirty. They charge a cleaning fee. So if I give it a quick wash, it might even save me some money. Oh, hopefully. Oh, it's going to be a tight fit. Oh, definitely a tight fit on this, man. You're from India. Hey, welcome in from India. Great to have you here. Second biggest audience, according to YouTube, is from India. I think I'm definitely going to get one of these beasties. It really doesn't take long to fertilize things with this, that's for sure. Almost ashamed to have to return it. And besides, it is a Massey. Deposit return, no charge for repair or washing, or overdue maintenance. Vehicle has been returned. And we got a £4,000 refund. All right, let's go pick up the Fent. Our brand new petrol blue Fent. We'll give it a wash. Yeah, so I bought it brand new and got a custom paint job on it. Bent blue, but with some metallic flake added to it. Just gives it a nice colour, I think. Might cut through here, sure it's a public trail. The vent gets along quite well at 63 kilometers per hour. Missed the turn off. Great little mower setup, this for reverse drive tractors. Like it a lot. And I love that little petrol driven water blaster. Yes. Yeah, rest and no, can't rest. All right, now tedding contract is nearly finished. Look at that view. Look how it just disappears into the background. It almost looks like you just carry on driving to those distant hills. Fantastic. I really do like this map. Every time OxygenDavid does a new map, you think, oh, he's done so well, he can't top that one. Every time he does. Well, no yellow lights anywhere at the moment. Yeah, glad I got that oil pump repaired, otherwise I could have had a engine rebuild. And if I thought $2,000 was, or £2,000 was a lot of money for an oil pump, engine rebuild, ouch. Alright, we'll let him finish that last little bit. I don't like leaving a job part finished. We got a bit done today. A few contracts. Not high yielding contracts, but enough to, you know, help pay the bills. Got rid of the sheep manure. And we've leased a new field of barley, so we'll be harvesting that when it's ready. So we've definitely started, or ended the day with a bit more money than we started with, even after purchasing the shovel and, or the bucket and the weight for the Merlot, and leasing that sprayer. I think getting that sprayer is definitely going to be worthwhile. Might even dip into our loan and grab it, especially if there's a few fertilizing contracts come up in next month. It really does cut through it quite quickly, and you know, the amount of money that I was going to spend on a new tractor or another tractor and go towards that sprayer, and it frees up one of the tractors, frees up this JCB. And I can probably sell the spray equipment I've got as well to go towards it. Yeah, Wasdale, you're right there. Even with the pulse spraying and the weed seeking attachments, still comes in, I think, just under 250,000, $250,000, which isn't a lot of money for big equipment like that. So it is actually really reasonable. And I think the Toad and the 3-point sprayers are quite a bit slower. You have to go quite a bit slower with them. So 25 kilometers per hour, like I say, it'd soon pay for itself if you can fit another 2 or 3 contracts in a day. It definitely would make it worthwhile. Although chances are we're not going to get that many contracts in a day, but yeah, it frees someone up to go and do another contract with another vehicle if you get it done quick enough. Need to get a dirt bike and travel that track. Yeah, it would be good if the dirt bike had a proper dirt bike suspension. It would be really good. And unfortunately, the dirt bikes we've got are a bit hard on the suspension. They bounce instead of absorbing. So there was a couple of lucrative bale wrapping contracts, but I'm sure you guys were sick of seeing me wrap bales, so I've let them go this month. I'd already done quite a few bale wrapping contracts, so. Hey, Wasdale, impressed with how well you know your way around the map. It's as if you've really lived there. Probably almost spent more time in this map than I have in the real world. Since the map's come out. Yeah, it can definitely be the fun part is learning a new map and where all the shortcuts are. Yeah, definitely getting a bit of lagging there. I'll give it a restart and see if that makes a difference. But thank you to everyone for bearing with the jittering and all that. It's been great to have you here. I'm going to call it a night, have an earlyish night. So, yeah, it's been great to have you all here. Hit that like button if you haven't done so already. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed. And feel free to share this video with anyone you think might enjoy it. But yeah, until next time, have a good day, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in the world, and whatever time you're watching this. Until the next stream, which hopefully, all going well, will be tomorrow night. Have a good one. Bye.